You mentioned that there were a lot of different people coming to product school to become product managers from various professional backgrounds. You've probably seen a lot of this in the last 7 years, and I'm not sure that there's any one profession that you can say makes the best product manager. But what traits or mindsets do you see and observe in the students that then go on to be the most successful product managers?
So we've graduated over 20,000 product managers at this point. So we collect a lot of data. We can see exactly what are the most successful students and what are some of those traits. So we identify three main traits. One is technical acumen. By this, I don't mean that you need to be a software engineer. By the way, if you're a software engineer, that's great. You already checked that box even before the course. But you don't need to do that. However, you need to feel comfortable collaborating with engineers, understanding trade-offs, been able to have a conversation, not just at a very surface level, but really knowing how they work and why their work is impacting other functions. Not because you're going to tell them how they have to do their job, but it's very important to really explain them what you want and why, and how their work is going to make a huge impact. This is something that as an engineer, nobody told me. And I think in a way, product managers are great. Product managers do a much better job at really involving engineers in the entire process, and not just putting them at the end in the corner saying, okay, code this, fix that, and then, we'll take the business people will take it from there. So that's one. Second one is business acumen, which means that you need to understand the product. Ideally, you could be the user of your own product. Now, I understand that's not always possible. You're working in B2B and specific, but if you can choose, I think being passionate about the product, about the problem that you are solving is absolutely huge. Nobody's ever going to believe more in the product than the product manager. So what that means, or how can you learn more about business or the product? Well, one, I said, being the user of your own product. Two is really using the product, is understanding the market, the competitors, what you like, what you don't. Like, that's something that you don't really learn in business school. So the same way I said you don't need to be a software engineer, you also don't need an MBA. You'll be surprised how many MBA grads we get that come to us after 2 years saying, you know what, I realized I want to be a product manager. By the way, there wasn't a single class in the program for me. And like, well, I wish I had met you, a little bit earlier, because we both have saved a lot of time. But still, that's a big one. And then number 3 is communication skills. This is something that's probably, across many other roles, but in product, you are not there because you know how to code or because you know how to sell or design or market. So why the hell are you there? It's like, it's a valid question. From the outside, people think, why do we need a product manager if you're not really executing anything? You are kind of in between, helping others execute in a more efficient manner. So how do you make that happen? Well, through communication, through really making sure that everyone feels part of the team, because the product team is not the product manager. The product team is everyone involved in shipping product.